just enough to form a crust. In the future, we could swallow this water when we take a drink. Every sip, every puddle, every drop of water in every ocean is billions of years old. And it may have traveled millions of kilometers to reach us, carried inside a meteor.
Must take the next step on your journey, from warrior to teacher. But I'm no good at it.
Oh no! It's the dragon teacher! He's so handsome! What the?
This wind is as fast, perhaps faster than the most destructive hurricane. It's a megastorm, whipped up by the planet's rapid rotation. The moon is so close to Earth that its gravity is overwhelming. It creates huge tides that race across the planet's surface. But over time, the moon moves away. The waves calm, and the planet spins slower. "700 million years after the planet's birth, life-giving water covers its surface.
Zombies gnaw you like a plum, piercing cries and you succumb. Still works.
Tiny islands. They seem to have appeared from nowhere. Until molten rock bursts through the Earth's crust and rises up through the ocean. Over time, the lava cools and forms a volcanic island. This is how these islands formed. In the future, they will join together to form the first continents. The infant Earth has water and land. It's beginning to look like the planet we call home. But the atmosphere is toxic, and the temperature is scorching. Nothing could live here.
Was offered two different versions, the Charge 2 and what I have here, the Charge 2 Plus. Before you pull up the website, I reviewed their spec sheets side by side, and they're both nearly identical.
The assault has entered a violent new phase. Something has disturbed the orbits of these meteorites. They already brought water to the planet, but they're carrying something else too. As the meteorites dissolve, they release their minerals and transport carbon and primitive proteins, amino acids, from outer space to the bottom of the ocean. It's dark. The sun's rays can't reach beyond 300 meters, and it's close to freezing. This must be a mirage. A city of underwater chimneys. It's not smoke. It's some kind of hot liquid.
Hello. Back in the spring, as you probably remember, I suddenly became unbusy. And that was okay because I had one of these, an
minerals and gases on the way. It's this potent mixture that's spewing back out into the ocean, building these towers.
I know, it doesn't sound like much of a big deal, but it's actually starting to turn into one. The thing that's interesting, and the main focus of this video, is that the car actually learns how to drive. It's pretty much...
It's impossible to know how or when, but somehow these chemicals have come together to create life. The water is now full of microscopic organisms. These single-celled bacteria are the earliest forms of life on Earth. This is a defining moment in the making of the planet. Microscopic life is underway. To find more complex life, we need to travel forwards through time to 3.5 billion years ago and a shallow ocean.
Must take the next step on your journey from warrior to teacher.
But I'm no good at it. Oh no! It's the dragon teacher! He's so handsome! What?
Plants. They seem to grow out of the seabed. Each is a mountain of living bacteria, a colony called a stromatolite. As if by magic, these bacteria turn sunlight into food. This process, called photosynthesis, uses the power of sunlight to transform carbon dioxide and water into glucose, a simple form of sugar, and similar to the stuff we put in our coffee. And this magical transformation releases a byproduct, a gas called oxygen. Underwater, the stromatolites slowly fill the oceans with...
Hold it, flight deck's restricted. It's okay, Lou. We're gonna take him up.
Let's move it out!
Whoa! Look at all this room!
into rust. This falls to the ocean floor to form deposits of iron-rich rock. One day we'll use this mineral to build bridges, ships, and skyscrapers.
All I'm saying is that they should have a priority line for people who've waited 5 times.
I heard you have to have an adapter to use the dock on the new one.
Yeah, but they make the coolest adapters.
Above the waves, the oxygen transforms the atmosphere. These stromatolites are creating the single most important element for life on Earth. Without them, virtually every living thing wouldn't exist. When we take our next breath, we're doing it thanks to these colonies of ancient bacteria. Over the next 2 billion years, oxygen levels continue to rise. And as the planet's spin slows...
Hello! Back in the spring, as you probably remember, I suddenly became unbusy. And that was okay, because I had one of these, an Alice.
We're discovering it takes a long time to make a planet. 1.5 billion years ago, 3 billion years after the planet's birth, and there's no complex life. No plants, no dinosaurs, no humans. But the Earth has something that no other planet has. A force with the power.
Zombies gnaw you like a plum, piercing cries and you succumb. Still work.
A beautiful blue ball, dotted with volcanic islands. 1.5 billion years ago, it's home to primitive life.